Okay, let's look at example 2. We have 9x squared plus 12x cubed. Now remember, we always start with the first step. What can you take out? Let's look at the numbers first. We have a 9 and we have a 12. We need the greatest common factor. Now the greatest common factor for 9 and 12 would be 3. So we're going to take a 3 out. Now let's look at the x's. We have an x squared and an x cubed. Remember, you take out the smallest power. They both have at least 2 x's. So we're going to take out an x squared. Now we're going to leave our parentheses. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Okay, and then you go up here, x squared, we're taking out an x squared, so we have none left. Positive 12 divided by 3 is a positive 4. X cubed divided by x squared leaves us with just an x. So it looks like that. Now you can check it. 3x squared times 3 is 9x squared. 3x squared times 4x is 12x cubed. Let's go down and let's look at part B. On part B, we have 32, 24, and 40. Now the greatest common factor for all of those numbers is going to be an 8. So we're going to take out an 8. Now let's look at the letters. We have p to the 4th, p to the 3rd, p to the 5th. Remember, we have to take out the smallest one, so that is going to be a p to the 3rd. Now we put our parenthesis. 32 divided by 8 would give me a 4. So I'm going to take out have a 4 in my parenthesis. P to the 4th, and I'm taking out 3, so I'm left with 1 p right here. Then negative 24 divided by 8, that's a negative 3. P cubed, and I'm taking out p cubed, so I'm left with no p's on that one. Now the next one, we have 40 divided by 8, which is a positive 5. Whoops, let me undo that. So we're going to have a positive 5. Now I have p to the 5th divided by p cubed. I'm taking out 3, so basically I'm left with a p squared. Then I'll close my parenthesis. Down here on C, we have 3k the 4th, negative 15k the 7th, 24k the 9th. Now for the numbers, biggest common factor is going to be a 3, so we can take out a 3. For the letters, they all have a k, smallest power is 4, so I'm going to take out a k to the 4th. Then I'm going to have my parenthesis. Now, 3k to the 4th, and I'm taking out 3k to the 4th. Be careful, when you divide that, you're left with a 1. You have to put a 1 here for this to work correctly when you distribute it back. Negative 15 divided by 3 is a negative 5. K the 7th divided by k the 4th, that leaves me with 3 k's. So I'm going to have a k cubed. Positive 24 divided by 3 would be a positive 8. I have 9 k's, and I'm taking out 4, so I'm left with k to the 5th. I'm going to close our parenthesis. Now at top on part D, we have 24, 18, and a positive 6. Greatest common factor for numbers is going to be a 6. So I'm going to take out a 6. I have m's in all of them. Smallest power is 2. So I'm also going to take out an m squared. I have n's in all of them. The smallest power is this one. There's a 1 there you don't see. So I'm going to take out an n. And then use my parentheses. 24 divided by 6 gives me 4. I have 3 m's. I took out 2, so I'm left with 1 m. I have 2 n's. I took out 1, so I'm left with 1 n. Negative 18 divided by 6 is negative 3. I have 2 m's. I took them both out. I have 1 n. I took it out, so I have nothing left with the negative 3. 6 divided by 6 is 1. Now I can put the 1 there, but I don't have to because it's understood there's a 1 there. I have 4 m's. I took out 2. Leaves me with 2, so I'm going to put m squared here. I have 3 n's. I took out 1, so that leaves me with n squared. Then I'm done. One more. We have 25, 30, and negative 15. Okay, so our greatest common factor for that one is going to be 5. So I'm going to put a 5 on the outside. They all have an x? No. So I can't take out an x. This one doesn't have one. They do all have a y? Yes. Smallest power is 3. So I can take out a y cubed, y to the third power. Put my parenthesis. Oops, that one was terrible. (25) divided by 5 is 5. I have my x squareds left. I didn't take any out. I took all those y's out though. 30 divided by 5 is a positive 6. I have 5 y's. I took out 3, so I'm left with 2 inside. Negative 15 divided by 5 is a negative 3. I didn't take any of those x's out, so I have x to the 4. Y to the 7th, and I took out 3 y's, so I'm left with y to the 4th. Close our parenthesis here.